Hi, I'm Bill Holkham, and today I'm going to show you how to paint a very easy landscape painting. There are very few colours involved. This is perfect for beginners. It is what we would call a minimalist approach to a painting. Lots of wet in wet washes involved, very quick, just a few minutes to produce this painting. Also, because people have asked, hey, Bill, show some sketching. I'm going to show you this simple sketching for this painting too. So let's get painting.
This pencil drawing is quite simple. You can use something like a HB or 2B, up to a 2B, no softer than that, otherwise the lines will be too thick. So, person who's just in a little boat fishing, and then slight indication of distant trees. Do not use the pencil heavily for those. Then we have a little jetty area where the boat will be moored later. Once again, quite lightly drawn in, little posts, and later on you'll see we indicate the slats of wood on the jetty. We'll be painting those in later, you don't need to draw them in. Then on the right hand side we've got a little rocky area which acts as a prop and pushes the eye up the painting, as you'll see later. Easy mixing of the paints. Windsor yellow at the top there, Windsor blue in the middle, then Windsor blue with some alizarin crimson, and then again Windsor blue, alizarin crimson, much darker, so thicker, less water. There's how they look. Start with some clear water at the top using a number 12 brush. Come down to that pencil line, then dip into your yellow. No need to wash your brush off because it's just been used for clear water. Bring that all the way down to the bottom. Nice and easy. Just remember here and there to mop up the edges. You can use quite a dry brush to do that. Then dip into your pure Windsor blue. Start at the top, come down, and it fades as you come down. Then do the reverse. Start at the bottom, come up, and here you can dip into the darker mixture and purposefully leave little gaps here and there so that that yellow shows through a little bit and gets thinner and thinner as you get up to the pencil line. Then mop up the edges so that you don't get creep back. You see me using a tissue, but I will also use a damp brush, quite a dry, thirsty brush. And then I will, whilst it's wet in wet, use my number 6 brush to drop in that dark colour for the distant trees, and they're silhouetted. It's a misty situation, which you'll see we emphasize even more later. Always start at the top of that tree line and work your way down, because then the pigment gets thinner and less intense. So we've laid that on, but then whilst it's wet, we get some more of that dark mixture. Drop in at the top of the trees, let it fuse, let it run down and fuse. And as always, my board is at an angle, not a flat surface for painting. It's raised at the top, so I have an angle of about 30 degrees. Then, still wet, get your flat brush, something like a half size, and use this action to show reflections in the water. If you do this whilst the underpainting is still wet, you get a nice fused, soft feel to the painting. And make sure your edges are mopped up before you dry with a hairdryer, and as always, it's much lighter. Then very clean brush, flat brush, with some clear water and a nice clean tissue, run along that pencil line, and then we have a nice misty distance. And you can also run a few ripples on the water with that lifting method again. Make these ones quite thin. Then your darkest mixture, you go to your small brush, something like a number 2, and you can paint the chap in the boat who's fishing. His rod's bent, so maybe he's caught one. You can always dab with the tissue if you want to lighten that anywhere. And then we'll be doing some very faint reflections of the boat and the fisherman in the boat. When you do that, you'll use the slightly lighter mixture. Still using number 2. Just indicated lightly, nothing laborious. Then for the little jetty area, use your dark mixture. Got the posts. And of course I keep the paper in the one position throughout the whole painting for the ease of the video, so you can properly see what's happening. When at home, of course, apart from the wet in wet washes that you want to run down the paper, when you're doing detailed work such as this jetty or the chap in the boat fishing, you of course could turn the paper at your will to make a more comfortable angle for you to paint. You've got some dark reflection under the jetty, helps add realism. Use both of those mixtures, start light, and then as necessary get darker. So a bit of shadow and a bit of reflection going on under the jetty. We'll come back to that later to darken a little bit. Then the bank, which is dark, which as I say helps push your eye up into the painting. It's nothing complicated. This is purposefully very simple, easy for beginners, but teaching you wet in wet washes and the variation in tones that make a transparent watercolor painting. Dry that off. We've got a couple of little tree stumps really, just coming up here and there. And they help the direction of your eye. They push you into the painting to the principal subject, the chap fishing in the boat. Some of those little branches point towards him. And we can add a few little leaves just dotted on the end of some of those branches. Just darken that up occasionally here and there on the bank, but broken up so that you have interesting shapes and variation. Once again, even at this stage, you could twist the paper around a little bit as necessary. Now darken up the jetty area, tops of the posts, coming down into the water. And then your shadow and reflection. And as always, remember things dry lighter. And always have tissue handy so that you could take off excess water or pigment so you can maintain control. Slightly using the tip of that number 2 brush just to indicate a few leaves. And here's a reveal. Take that tape off. 140-pound rough arches, so it needed to be taped down. And we have a finished painting. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give my other beginner videos a try by clicking this thumbnail.